Yes, good morning, children. Today we are going to do the last topic, mechanical advantage. And in several of the examples of machine, we have discussed a small force or effort moves a much greater resistance or load. So we have done examples in which very small effort or force is applied and much resistance is overcome by the machine. However, what we gain in terms of force we apply, we lose in terms of the distance through which the applied force has to move. So, the gain which we make in terms of the force which we apply, that is lost when that force moves over a distance, and the amount of work done remains the same. And the machine does not really do any work for us. It just makes things easier by allowing us to exert less force. Machine does not do any work for us. It is we who apply force on the machine. And what machine does is it makes our work easier by allowing us to apply very less force. That we apply very less force and the machine magnifies it or multiplies that force and makes our work easier. The amplification, that is enlargement of force, that a machine helps us achieve is called its mechanical advantage. So this enlargement of force or multiplying of force that the machine helps us to achieve is called mechanical advantage of a machine. In other words, the mechanical advantage of a machine is the ratio of the load to the effort. So it is the ratio of load to effort. And the work done is same on the two sides or arms. That is, work done on the two sides, that is on the effort side as well as on the load side, is same. And load multiplied by the distance moved by the load arm is equal to effort multiplied by the distance moved by the effort arm. And load multiplied by load arm is equal to effort multiplied by effort arm. And if we were to calculate the mechanical advantage of a machine, it is equal to load over effort, or it is equal to the distance moved by the load arm over distance moved by the distance moved by the effort arm over distance moved by the load arm. So mechanical advantage is equal to distance moved by the effort arm over distance moved by the load arm. As mechanical advantage is ratio of two similar physical quantities, and it has no unit. So mechanical advantage has no unit because it is just a ratio between two similar quantities. Not all machines multiply force. All machines do not multiply force. As we have already discussed, some help us to gain speed, while others merely change the direction of the force we have to apply. And the mechanical advantage of a machine tells us what the machine does. So if the mechanical advantage of a machine is greater than 1, or the effort is less than the load, the machine works as a force multiplier. So if mechanical advantage is more than 1, then, or you can say the effort is less than load, the machine works as a force multiplier. And if the mechanical advantage is less than 1, the machine helps us to gain speed. And if the mechanical advantage is equal to 1, that is, the effort is equal to load, the machine is used to change the direction of the effort. So, if the mechanical advantage is equal to 1, then the machine just changes the direction of the effort. So, this is about the lesson, and here the numericals are given in which we calculate the mechanical advantage of a machine. First one is calculate the mechanical advantage of lever, in which the effort arm is 50 centimeter and load arm is 5 centimeter. And you all know that mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm over load arm. So 50 over 5, that is 10. So mechanical advantage of this machine is 10, which is greater than 1. So this machine acts as a force multiplier. Then another one is there, a 2 meter long crowbar is pivoted. Pivoted means like this, it is fixed like a seesaw. This is pivot from 20 centimeters from its tip. So it is pivoted 20 centimeters from its tip. Calculate the mechanical advantage of the crowbar if the load is at the tip. So length of this crowbar is 2 meters total, and the load is at the tip, which is at a distance of 20 centimeter. So load arm is 20 centimeter. And total length is 200. 200 minus 20, that will be 180 centimeters. So effort arm is equal to 180 centimeter. And mechanical advantage is equal to effort arm over load arm. So 180 over 20, it will come to 9. So mechanical advantage is 9. Now another one, a cook uses a tong is chimta, of length 25 centimeters to lift a piece of burning coal of weight 2 Newton. And the weight of the body is the force with which the earth pulls it. And if he applies the effort at the distance of 10 centimeters from the fulcrum, find the effort. So the pair of tongs is a lever of class 3 lever, and with the fulcrum and the load at its end, and the effort lies in between. So it is like this. If the fulcrum lies at one end and load at the other, and in between lies the effort. So effort lies in between, and it is lever of class 3 lever. And if he applies the effort at a distance of 10 centimeter from fulcrum, this distance he is talking of is of 10 centimeter, then you calculate the effort. Here he says that this acts as a class 3 lever, and load is equal to 2n. Load arm is equal to 25 centimeters and effort arm is equal to 10 centimeters. So effort, if we want to calculate, it is going to be load multiplied by load arm over effort arm. And in this way we do, it comes to 5 Newton. So the effort applied is 5 Newton. So this much for today.